Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to continue to take a look at some Black Series 6-inch figures that have been released to commemorate 40 years of Star Wars, and in today's review we're going to take a look at none other than Princess Leia Organa. This is an absolutely phenomenal figure. Like with Luke Skywalker that I gave you a look at in my previous review, this figure has been made available in the Black Series prior to this. Although if you picked up that figure, you'll know that the head sculpt was absolutely horrendous. Rather than being a decent likeness and a tribute to the late great Carrie Fisher, it was more of an homage to the monkey face Leia that was released as part of the Power of the Force line back in 1995. So thankfully, with this release, Hasbro have gone back to it, revisited the head sculpt, and they've given us, in my opinion, the definitive release of Princess Leia. The head sculpt on this figure is absolutely phenomenal, the soft goods robes are superb, and the accessories are stunning. So before we take a look at this figure in any further detail, we are of course going to take a look at the absolutely fantastic vintage packaging that this figure comes in. Once again, we do have the vintage style card back for this one, obviously upscaled and brought to us as part of the 6-inch line. All the appropriate and classic details are there. So you've got the Star Wars logo at the top, Princess Leia's name tab just below that, and a very nice image of Princess Leia herself on the card. Down below that, you've got the Kenner logo, and in the top corner, that really cool foil 40th anniversary celebration logo. On the back of the card, once again, you have the 12-byte layout, which features figures from waves 1 and 2 of the Black Series vintage line. And all in all, these cards look fantastic. Again, if you saw my last review or you've seen any of my other reviews over the years, you'll know I'm a huge fan of vintage card backs, and I can't stress to you enough how happy I am to see these back on store shelves. These define Star Wars collecting in my opinion. They're incredibly iconic and absolutely fantastic, so kudos to Hasbro for putting these back out there and answering the demands of collectors. So there we go, that is the packaging that Princess Leia comes in. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. Now we'll begin by taking a look at the accessories that this figure comes with, because I really want to spend a lot of time talking to you guys about the head sculpt on this one because it is stunning. Accessory wise, this figure does come with, as you can see, a stolen E11 Stormtrooper blaster, which fits in the hand nicely, and she does also come with her trademark laser pistol, which is a really nice sculpt and looks fantastic in hand. As you can see, with regards to Leia's outfit, you've got the rather regal belt around the waist with these really cool silver highlights, and of course you've got those flowing white robes which look absolutely phenomenal. They really do look as though they've just jumped off the screen from either Rogue One or Episode 4 A New Hope. As you can see, she does feature the hood that she's seen wearing while she's storing the Death Star plans into R2-D2. The hood itself has this really nice natural look to it as well. One of the things that I really didn't like about the Luke Skywalker figure from this line, and you can check my review out of that one if you haven't done so already, is the fact that the soft goods were very big, very bulky, and they looked incredibly oversized. This figure doesn't have that problem. The soft goods material is very lightweight, it's very thin, and with that being said, it flows really nicely. It just looks fantastic, and it just has that really natural, free-flowing look that I really like about it. The hood is no exception, fits over the head nicely, and as you can see, it can be pulled back and displayed down alternatively, which is really, really cool. And once again, the head sculpt is absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, this is without a doubt Hasbro's best attempt at Carrie Fisher's likeness. For several years, they've struggled with it, you know, they've never quite got it right. I think the best one up until this point, in my opinion at least, has probably been the Leia in Bouche disguise figure from the Black Series 6-inch line as well. Some people will probably disagree with me on that. It wasn't the best head sculpt in its own right, but up until this point it was the best, you know, so far. This one though is fantastic, you know, it's uncanny how much this resembles Carrie Fisher. It's a great likeness. The paint applications are really, really nice and crisp. The detail in the hairstyle is absolutely fantastic as well. And Hasbro have just really gone all out to make sure that they corrected their error from the original Black Series line. Once again, the head sculpt on the original release of this one was atrocious, so I'm really glad that I held out and decided to pick up this one. Yeah, there's just no justification for head sculpts as horrible as that. So again, it's really nice to see this revisited. If you did pick up the original release, discard it, throw it in the trash, you really don't need it. This is the definitive Leia. In terms of being definitive, articulation is absolutely top notch on this one as well. You've got a ball joint and a hinge at the neck, so again the figure can look up, down, all around. You've got hinges at the shoulders, bicep, elbows and wrists. Once again, obviously the soft goods robes do hide some of these articulation points, but the limbs underneath are very thin. And with that being said, the plastic that they're made of is very thin, very rubbery, and a little bit bendy, very fragile. So do be careful not to apply too much force when posing your figures, as those joints are very fragile indeed. With regards to the rest of the figure, you've got a ball joint at the torso, ball hinges at the hips, swivels at the thighs, double joints in the knees and double joints in the ankles. I'm not sure whether the robes are removable, although quite frankly I'm not sure why you'd want to. But for those that are interested, underneath she does have the white space boots that we've seen peeking out there, you know, in some of the iconic Star Wars posters for the original movie. So great details on this one, a really nice figure. Again, it's a fantastic tribute to the late great Carrie Fisher, and this is just an absolutely phenomenal figure to add to the collection. This is going to look right at home amongst all your other 6-inch figures, and again, like with Luke Skywalker, really does round off the selection of heroes from A New Hope nicely. So if you want to get this figure for yourself, and I highly recommend that you do so, be sure to hit the link in the video description, where at the time of filming this review, this figure is in stock now and available to buy at staractionfigures.co.uk. So thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with some more figures very soon. We're going to take a look at some older Black Series figures in some of my future videos. Figures such as Kanan Jarrus, Ahsoka Tano, some other characters as well. And of course we've got all the upcoming reviews and products to have a look at as well. So make sure you stay tuned for all of those, guys. Until next time, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.